Who are the Bambies and why they are called like that? The Bambies is an informal name of the Sternritter group consisting of the 5 female Sternritters who were part of the Yhwach's Wandenreich army. They were named after Bambietta Basterbine, the Sternritter E, the explorer who was also their beloved leader. Other members included Giselle Gewelle, the Sternritter Z, the zombie, Liltotto Lamperd, the Sternritter G, the Glutton, Candice Catnipp, the Sternritter T, the Thunderbolt, and Meninas McAllon, the Sternritter P, the Power. Simple the fact that it is a female-only group, there is nothing special about them. The name itself has been canonized in the anime. Now we are going to introduce each of the members to you, so you know a bit about each of the Bambies. Bambietta Basterbine, Sternritter E, the Explode. Bambietta Basterbine is the Sternritter with the strip E, the Explode. She has a particularly sadistic personality as evident by her screams with delight when she downright slaughters her opponents. So, she enjoyed killing multiple Shinigami in a row. She also habitually calls soldiers into her room under false pretenses only to kill them without warning to get her set off. Bambietta believes that if someone has already given up their life, there is no point in fighting per se. She sees herself as a sort of leader to some members of the Sternritter and hates being disregarded or left alone by them and considers such situation shameful of herself. Bambietta considers herself to be exceptionally powerful, and due to that, she is the self-proclaimed leader of the group, although she doesn't really have much authority over the other girls. Her special ability is called the Explode, and it allows her to create some racy bombs, which don't explode by themselves, but actually explode when they touch something. So they themselves are not explosive, but rather become explosive upon contact, which is why they are so powerful and difficult to battle. Liltotto Lamperd, Sternritter G, the Glutton. Liltotto Lamperd is the Sternritter G, the Glutton. Despite her age, Liltotto seems to have become quite jaded, so she wasn't shocked when Bambietta cut one of her men in half in cold blood. She also doesn't seem to have much respect for her comrades, so she once called Bambietta as well as Candice a bitch. Due to Liltotto's the Glutton ability, she described how her opponent tastes and demeaned them if their opponent don't taste them when she eats them. She is also quite sarcastic but very intelligent, and she is considered a voice of reason within the group. Her ability, the Glutton, allows her to extend her mouth into a monstrous proportion and devour her enemies with it. It is a somewhat cartoony ability, but it is nevertheless quite dangerous as she is able to decapitate a whole group of Shinigami with just one bite. And she was also able to devour her fellow Sternritter, Pepe Wakabrada, using her ability made he was defenseless. Meninas McAllon, Sternritter P, the Power. Meninas McAllon is the pink-haired Sternritter with the strip P, the Power. Compared to the other female Sternritter in her group, especially Candice, Meninas seemed to have a slightly less violent and brutal attitude. For example, in the fight against Ichigo, she replied to Candice's statement that Ichigo had to die, that he was getting on her nerves, but she didn't have to kill him immediately. Like all Sternritter, Meninas is loyal to Yhwach. She also thinks that Pepe Wakabrada is a repulsive and obnoxious man, but hey, who doesn't, right? Meninas is probably the odd one in this group, as she is the most feminine and delicate of the group. But exactly because of that, she is the strongest, as the power provides her with enormous physical powers which she can use to beat her opponents to a pulp. Although she can change her appearance by making her body bulkier, Her normal forms is usually strong enough for her opponents. Candice Catnipp, Sternritter T, the Thunderbolt. Candice Catnipp is the Sternritter T, the Thunderbolt, and she can manipulate electricity. Candice seems easily irritable and has a certain propensity for violence. So she quickly fell for a provocation from Giselle Gewelle when she indicated that Candice often has fun with her subordinates and angrily asked if Giselle wants to mess with her. She was also the most aggressive when fighting Ichigo. According to Candice, she gets up earlier every morning than any other Sternritter to style her hair and places a lot of importance on her appearance, and if her styling is compromised during the fight, she becomes very upset. Her ability, the Thunderbolt, allows her to manipulate electricity differently. She can use electricity as an object, a proper weapon, fire it at her opponent like an arrow, or use it as a sword. She can also launch powerful electric blasts at several opponents at once. These attacks are generally fatal. Giselle Gewelle, Sternritter Z, the Zombie. Giselle Gewelle is the group's final member, the Sternritter with the strip Z, the Zombie. Giselle seems to enjoy teasing others, whether enemy or comrade. Giselle also doesn't seem to take anything seriously and usually seems like a naive, happy child no matter what the situation. Biologically, Giselle is male, but in terms of appearance and character, it is more female, and Giselle also describes herself as a girl. Giselle shows no pity or mercy in a fight, but says she is not sadistic. Her ability, the Zombie, allows her to turn living people into her pawn and turn dying or dead people into her own zombies. She can also use her abilities to heal herself or others, with or without her blood. Her blood is this toxic to others.